Welcome to the second episode of Warriors Central. Let's waste no time because now the Warriors have fallen to 3-6, and there's one question you have to ask whether you've been watching the NBA, whether you're a hater or a fan of the team. Is this the end? Like, I know it seems like hyperbole. It's like, what are you talking about, Nagasi? I'm telling you, is this legit the end? We've been making this assumption that the young core was going to be able to come and grow. I think there's actually a reason why their growth is being a little stunted. I'm going to get to that. I addressed that in episode 1, so I'm going to get back to that this episode. Look, I know we need our starting lineup. It's a lineup that we won a championship with last year. It's part of the reason why I'm not panicking, because it's not like I feel like we're not getting results. It's that when our second unit gets in, I just don't understand how in the hell things have gotten this bad. These are some of the same players that we were relying on in that run, and this is where I feel like we are missing a Gary Payton II. I know he's with the Blazers. I also know that he's injured, so it's not like if we had kept him, he would be playing right now. But we need someone with that defensive burst to really come. JaMychal Green's doing that in Spurs. I think it's the second game he's had a block, might be the third in a row. So that's been nice for him to be able to contribute like that. Hopefully we can get more of that. But our younger guys are not getting that much playing time. Part of the reason is that they're not actually producing. So I get that's a reason that they may not be getting as much time. But at a certain point, when you look at the Magic and you see their two players that stood out with Banchero and Suggs, it's because they've had time to gain experience. If you don't, you can only expect so much from a younger crew if you don't actually give them the reps they need to get good. Steph Curry didn't get this good overnight. Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, our young core. Jordan Poole, I actually have no idea, because I feel like he was in the G League. He definitely needed help, but like when he came back, it was like a completely different player. But the point is, you have to give them the reps, the experience they need so they can be crucial in moments like this, because if you notice, it's not even like we're getting blown out by these teams. It's really coming down to late minute decisions, and they're attacking our weakness, which is the rim. And as of late, it's been shooting, because I mean, you just gotta give it up. I think it was Suggs that hit that last shot, and I have no idea what's going on with Jonathan Kuminga. I thought he was injured. He's not injured. He just didn't play, and that's part of the reason why I don't understand what we're doing, because I think our weakness is very obvious. We have no rim protector. Teams usually exploit that. Tonight, they definitely exploited it, but for the most part, what killed us really late was them just making shots. And there was a play where Draymond Green and Andrew Wiggins just completely didn't understand. I don't know if they had no idea what the defensive assignment is. I don't know if Wiggs messed it up. I have no idea, but it leads to a wide open three, and that's what gives them the lead. And it's just, you can only afford to give up so many shots to a team like that that's got nothing to lose. I'm not taking shots because they beat us fair and square. I mean, the refs, we're gonna have to get on them in a second. But for the most part, I give them credit for that. And we just don't care on defense at this point. I'm convinced of it, because I just don't understand simple defensive assignments. Either we're not focused, we're not locked in. I have no idea. It's not because lack of talent. We know what they did last year. There's not that big of a drop off usually. There's usually some reason that a team like this performs like this, because I mean, seriously, it's championship or bust. That's what it comes down to in the Bay. But for them, I have no idea. They gotta get their shit together, man. They've got to figure it out. I feel like we're like 6 games, or what is this? The game number, 7, 8? We like 5-10 games away. Someone's gonna have to call a players only meeting. And the last play of the game, again, sums up how I feel about our season so far. You have an inbound play. We successfully get it to Steph, but you gotta have another body there to be able to box out so Steph can get a cleaner look and not have to give it to Klay Thompson, who takes a shot. But again, I don't want Klay taking that shot, and he did have a better game. I'm happy for Klay. He was very productive. I feel like he was probably more overall satisfied with the game. He missed the shot. He probably is more upset about that, but he did have a better game. But I just don't want him taking that shot quite yet. I still want 30 is the only person I want taking the shot end of games for the foreseeable future. I don't want JP. I don't want Wiggins. I don't want Klay, unless someone has a very easy dunk. And I mean, it's like, if you give it to them and they mess up, it's on them. That's the only exception. Besides that, 30 needs to be doing this the entire way. But this is where I'm also looking at Steve Kerr. Where are the adjustments? I know we come in with the game plan, and it seems like it's always usually good enough to get us a sizable lead at some point in the game, either by half or somewhere in the middle of the third quarter, and then we fall apart. Steve, call a timeout and make an adjustment. Now, I'm sure a lot of this is the players have to execute. I get that. But I don't understand where if you know, for me personally, I still don't understand why Steph doesn't play a little more. I'm not saying he needs to be playing the entire game, but I think Steph he's the most well-conditioned, like he's up there with LeBron as one of the most well-conditioned NBA players in the game. That's not up for debate. So for me, why are you not having him expend more energy? When Steph Curry is on the floor for the Warriors, they are a plus 32. When he is off the court, they're a minus 62. I'm gonna say that again in case you guys didn't hear me, and turn your volume up. A minus 62? What the hell is going on? That is abysmal. That's gotta be a record. It has to be. That is not even close. That's not even close to that's a record for someone who's actually trying to lose. For someone trying to lose, they ain't even usually that bad. A minus 62? That's not even that's not trying. I don't know what's wrong with our team, but again, they got to figure it out because that's effort. This may be a message that's going with Steve Kerr, because again, I feel like he needs to insert them more. And I'm making assumptions. I ain't got nothing to go off of right now, but this is the only thing I can think of. Maybe they try and send a message, you need to rely on us more, because again, I would agree, they're not getting enough minutes. I don't know. I'm making stuff up because I'm trying to find some logic in this somewhere, but I'm not finding any. This is not a cop-out. It's not, but I think it has to be said. The refs have been costing us, and they've been costing us bad. And I'm not saying that part of this isn't on the Warriors, because we make some stupid fouls. And they got to take ownership. We make some really stupid, bonehead fouls. JaMychal Green will do something that has me like, thank you, God, and then turn around and make a stupid decision. But again, I don't want to say this, but it's J.R. Smithish, to be honest, and I hate saying that, but that's what it is. It's like for every good play, there'll usually come a dumb bonehead play somewhere down the line. Either it's a bad foul or missing an assignment or something. But I appreciate what JaMychal is. But it's been a while since I've seen a defending champion get this lack of calls. It's insane. I'm like, are you kidding? There are some easy calls that I just feel like they completely miss, and I'm not begging for fouls, and I don't want them to start begging for fouls. But I'm glad Steve Kerr, I'm glad you got the tech for that, because at a certain point, enough is enough. I'm not saying give us every single favorable call, but there's always usually precedent. You the champs. You getting the benefit more than some, with all due respect to the Magic, a pretty bad Magic team. I forget the stat. I gotta see if I can find it. I don't know if it was from Stat Moves or somewhere else, but it's ridiculous how many free throws that the Magic got versus us. Again, a lot of that is on us. I put at least a good 20 points of that is probably easily on us. The other 20, there's no way in hell. Last stat for the night is this one from StatMuse. Lets us know that each of the Warriors' last 4 opponents that they've lost to have a combined record of 11-25. Do you know what that says? That means you're a bad team losing to bad teams. You have to be worse than some of the worst teams in the league. To be doing that bad. I don't think it's a lot of adjustments that have to be made. I think, again, if it needs to be a players only meeting, someone needs to call it. If there needs to be Steve Kerr's going to have to do something, Steph's going to have to do something. They got to figure out what the hell is going on. They're 0-5 on the road. I think we had a really good road record last year. Not starting off good on any level. But the last thing I got for the day is this dude on Twitter. I'm going to create a new Twitter. I'm going to put that up because my old one is Nagasi.McKenzie. You can follow me on that Twitter. Follow me on that, and then you'll be able to see what the new Twitter name is going to be, so I can have like all my sports stuff separate from like the movie channels and stuff. But this dude was going like, yeah, man, I think it's going to be tough for us to make it to the Western Conference Finals. I'm like, Western Conference Finals? My God, do you see what's going on? Finals? Dude, if you want me to keep it a buck with you, I'm less worried about the Western Conference Finals, and I'm looking at like, are we going to even be able to make
playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.